What if calmness was the ultimate form of strength? What if silence could break your enemies faster than words or weapons? What if true mastery meant being untouched by anything chaos, insult, or fear? These three truths form a single blade, the art of acting as if nothing bothers you, until it actually becomes true. Imagine standing in a sun-scorched field. Across from you stands a man whose eyes burn with hatred and whose sword thirsts for your blood. Yet you are still, not pretending, not forcing serenity, simply unmoved. Because you have trained yourself to be this way. You forged your composure in the fire of discomfort until peace became your natural armor. That's not arrogance. That's not indifference. That's control. And control is power. Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated Ronin, embodied that power. He didn't become a legend because he was the strongest or fastest. He became one because he was unbothered by everything. Over 60 duels, 60 men who tried to kill him, and not once did he lose. His secret wasn't sharper steel, it was sharper stillness. His enemies defeated themselves long before his blade ever reached them. They lost emotionally unraveling under their own fear, pride, and reaction. You might think calmness is passive, a soft trait for gentle souls. Wrong. Calmness is an offensive weapon, and if you master it, no one can manipulate you again. When people try to trigger you, they've already lost. You don't need to swing a sword to destroy someone. Most people are emotional glass fragile egos disguised as confidence. A rude comment, a delayed message, a small inconvenience, and they shatter, they rage, they spiral, they expose themselves. Musashi said, from one thing, know 10,000 things. Meaning, how a person reacts to one small problem reveals how weak they are in all others. In today's world, you can see it everywhere, people losing themselves over tweets, gossip, minor delays, or someone else's opinion. They perform outrage like theater. They think their noise makes them powerful. It doesn't. The quieter you are, the more control you have. Musashi mastered this. Once, when ambushed by 70 men from the Yoshoka clan, he didn't panic. He didn't even show up on time. He let them wait for hours while their minds devoured themselves. By the time he arrived, they were so mentally broken he walked through them like a ghost. You want to win? Don't be the one who reacts. Be the one who observes. Emotions are traps built by your own mind. Control them or be controlled by them. Society glorifies emotional expression. Speak your truth, they say. But raw emotion is just undisciplined energy. Real strength is quiet. Musashi called it stillness in combat, the art of indifference under pressure. When something disturbs you, it's rarely the event itself that causes pain, it's your resistance to it. Why me? This is unfair. I can't stand this. Those thoughts feed tension. That tension becomes suffering. Musashi didn't resist reality, he flowed with it. Rain didn't anger him. Ambushes didn't rattle him. Insults didn't touch him. Because the moment you need life to change for you to feel okay, you've already lost. Peace begins when the conditions for peace no longer exist. Your peace is your greatest weapon. It intimidates, confuses, and weakens those who seek chaos. Musashi once delayed a duel for hours, forcing his opponent to stew in the heat of his own ego. When he finally appeared, calm and collected, he ended the fight with one precise strike. Not because he was stronger, but because he was calmer. Calm isn't absence of emotion, it's mastery of it. Today's version, someone tries to bait you online, you stay silent. A coworker provokes you, you smile. A friend gossips, you don't react. They burn energy trying to shake you while you conserve yours. Every second someone spends trying to disturb your peace is a second they're not growing. Let that sink in. But let's be clear, real indifference cannot be faked. Pretending you don't care while your insides are burning is not composure, it's denial. Most people act cold, not calm. They suppress emotion until it explodes later. Musashi didn't fake detachment, he earned it. His calm came from training, hardship, and relentless practice. Orphaned, young, alone, and without mentorship, He forged discipline from suffering. Pain became his dojo. So here's your rule. Everything is training. Betrayal? Train detachment. Failure? Train resilience. Insult? Train stillness. Every time you don't react, you're building an invisible muscle, the strength to remain centered no matter what happens. Become the watcher in the storm. You felt that state before when you step outside yourself during conflict, observing without reacting. That's awareness. Musashi did it constantly. While others shouted, postured, and panicked, he studied them like a map reading. Insecurity, arrogance, and fear. Every insult revealed weakness. Every gesture told a story. Your job is to see what's beneath the noise. The loudest people are often the weakest. The calmest ones are always the most dangerous. And here's the truth most can't handle. Nothing can hurt you unless you decide it can. You can be insulted, betrayed, mocked, cheated, but only you define what it means. Musashi wrote, "Respect Buddha and the gods, but do not rely on them." Translation: respect the world, but rely only on your own mind. Respect others, but trust your discipline. Respect challenges, but depend on your response. You are the weapon. Everything else is noise. So thank life for the chaos. Every irritation is a chance to practice emotional mastery. The Stoics said, "The obstacle is the way." Musashi lived that. Every fight, every insult, every delay was a new rep in the gym of mental power. Your peace disturbs people who lack it, and that's your advantage. Let them talk while you sharpen your sword in silence. To become unstoppable, stop being bothered by what doesn't matter. Musashi didn't waste energy explaining himself. He didn't chase fairness or demand validation. He simply acted, adapted, and advanced. He flowed like water through combat, flexible yet lethal. His strength wasn't the absence of fear, pain, or anger. It was that those emotions had no power over him. So let the world rage. Let people argue, complain, and drown in drama. You walk in silence. You move deliberately. You grow colder, sharper, stronger. Your calmness becomes terrifying because people can't manipulate what they can't disturb. When nothing shakes you, they can't predict you. And when they can predict you, they fear you. So ask yourself, what if starting today, you acted as if nothing bothers you until it truly didn't? What would that version of you look like? What would it feel like to live with unshakable peace, total control, and quiet dominance? That's not just confidence, that's power. The kind Musashi lived by. The kind the modern world desperately lacks. Walk your path with silence. Speak little, react less. Feel deeply but show nothing. Because in a world addicted to overreaction, your calmness is the loudest roar.